What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be checking out a new open-world RPG called Pale Coins. I took a brief look at the Steam page, and it looks pretty awesome, but really what got me here in the hot seat is that they mentioned a couple of games that I really like, largely things like Gothic from the Piranha Bytes wheelhouse, and so anything that's building on those influences, you guys will know that I really like Drova, which was basically a love letter to Piranha Bytes games. Really fantastic RPG. This game has been brought up in those same conversations. It does have a demo available. You can take a look at it right now just in case you wanted to give the game a look, and of course there'll be a bunch of other Nerd Castle links down below along with the demo just in case you wanted to give them the old saucy click. But let's go ahead and start off the game and see if we have a good time with it. I'll do my best to give you my first impressions as we cruise on through it so that you can make an educated decision as to whether or not this game belongs on your wish list or whether or not you want to purchase it when the time comes for it to release. New game!
In ages long forgotten, creatures not known to mankind emerged. They introduced themselves as the Pale Ones. Upon their descent into the world, they shaped artifacts of power. The Pale Coins. The Pale Coins held a power beyond reckoning, flowing to whomever claimed them. Leaving only the artifacts behind, their creators disappeared without a trace. The coins, coveted and fought over, soon became the catalyst for war and devastation. Deemed too dangerous to exist, their banishment was decreed, admittedly against the will of those who obtained their powers. One by one, the Pale Coins were destroyed, their legend crumbling until they became nothing more than forgotten echoes. And now, we are here. Tell me, Awakened One, who are you?
I don't know, I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm getting older and I still haven't managed to suss that on out. You're asking the real questions out here. We'll just go Splattercat real fast just so we can keep this thing cruising. Tell me more about you. We actually get to pick what our guy looks like. So really, one of the things that this game does that really makes it pop out is that it's an open world RPG, but it's really kind of got a grimdark graphical tile set, almost drawn from something like Nuclear Throne. I think that's a really interesting mashup, but let me go ahead and customize my guy real fast, and then we'll pick our class together. Alright, so I got my little guy over here. He's nice and egghead bald. He's also got himself all nice and tuned up with a beard. Let's pick a class. I see. What was your former calling? A nomad, a guard. So these are all going to give me like my baseline stats. Okay, so we can start as a nomad, a guard, a mercenary, a hunter, or a circle mage. They've got magic folded on into this one. However, I saw a guy that has like a lance or a glaive. I never get an opportunity in RPGs to ever play a guy with a spear. When spears are implemented in RPGs, they almost never have the itemization, nor the character builds to make them worth it compared to like maces, hammers, swords, all the old classics, and so I gotta test it out. I gotta see if the game actually makes room for a pikeman like me. We're gonna go with the pikeman for right now, the mercenary, and let's hope that this thing works out. I should be able to like shiv him up from further away with my little stabby stick, so it should be alright. So be it. You should be my champion, Splattercat. Aw, me already? Damn, I'm moving up in the world, son. Wake up. Wake up, champion. Alright, well, we're up and moving. It doesn't look like there's too many places to go. When I go northwards, it looks like a bridge opens on up. I should have guessed. I should have known that there would have been the old levitating bridge across the chasm gag. Okay, now that I'm blind. Oh, hey, how you doing? You shall be my chosen champion. Bear thy burden granted by me. Seek the coin to grant my wish. Is the wish that you'll get like a pair of pants? Is that the problem? Just out here hanging brain for the rest of eternity out in the ether? Seek the coin of legends, lest the world shatters again. Live again to conquer mortal realms. Bring me the champion's coin. Okay. So we got like an Elden Ring thing going on right now where we're all kind of like squabbling over these elder pieces of magic. Hey, just a second. Did you just come out of this thing? I don't know. Hit your head or something? Don't worry, honey. You'll remember sooner or later. And by the way, I haven't seen you before. You new here? Yep. Well then, let me tell you a few things. Oh, look at that. Unsolicited advice from random bystanders. Love it. You're in the Old Forest, which is west of the capital. South of here, there's a small camp. Baldur is the chief of those guys. To the north, there's another camp, but it's full of bandits and idiots. East of here, there's a small river separating us and the capital. Used to be a bridge, but it broke down a while ago. Is there anything else you want to know? Where can I get better equipment? We've got a rather strong smith in the camp. He might sell you a thing or two, but he ain't here at the moment, probably lying drunk under a tree somewhere. Also, there's several caves nearby. Sometimes you can find chests with some leftover equipment in there. Okay, let's go find one of these caves, dude. I'm trying to get tacked out. Make sure to stay alive for a while. We could use a few more men in the camp. Okay. That's how I'm gonna tell people, like, when we finish up a conversation, I'm not gonna say goodbye anymore. I'm gonna say, stay alive for a while. Alright, so what we got going on around here? We got 3 meters up in the top left, presumably mana, stamina, and also HP. I found an apple. That might be helpful. Definitely take that bad boy right there. Do we have a world map or anything that's going to give me like, yeah, there we go. That's exactly what I was looking for. Like cell grids that'll tell me where I can go and where I can get around to. Grab some berries, because my guess is that those are going to be like a healing supplement. What's up with you, man? If I stab you up, are you gonna die? Yeah, there we go. You drop dead real quick. We can't have any goblins out in my wood. Are there specific areas that I transition sort of like Zelda style in between various maps? Well, I've got like a backdash too right there. Poke, poke, poke. The goblins don't seem very attentive to the fact that I'm trying to murder them, but I will take the monster tooth just in case it becomes the case that later on down the line we have some kind of like monster hunter systems or like kingdom death monster systems that allow me to craft some of this stuff. We got a healing herb right there. Okay, now I know what to look for. You guys are back, huh? All right. Shank them up real quick. Down they go. Little blood splatters thrown all over the place. Grab a healing herb or two. Night vine. I'll take some night vine. I don't know what we're going to apply it to later on, but hey, it might mix into something. I suppose we just carry on to the leftover on this side until we run into something that's actually going to be useful. I don't remember where she said the camp was. I'm going to be honest with you. When strangers talk to me, my eyes just kind of like glaze over. And I'm like, cool, dude. Not invested in this conversation at all. I don't know you. Who's Hallgrim? Hick? Oh, man, my head feels like it's going to explode any second now. Hey, you. You have something against this headache? Maybe a beer? I don't have any beer on me right now. Too bad. Who are you? I'm Hallgrim. I usually work the forge in the camp. You're a smith? Most of the time. As long as I ain't hung over. So what are you doing out here? At the moment, sobering up. Baldur ain't fond of me drinking, but that's his problem. Speaking about being drunk, did you see Danny around? Who's Danny? Small fella, strange clothes, always drunk, magnificent mustache. That's Danny. Haven't met him yet. Damn. Yesterday, that drunkard left to get more booze. He took my good hammer and went south. Mentioned something about a booze hideout of a wizard. Neither Danny, booze, nor my hammer is here. God, if I weren't hungover, I'd be looking for him and beating his drunk ass. Could you look for him, lad? You'll get compensated, of course. Yeah, I'll go look for Danny. In case you find him, give him a beating he won't forget. Okay, so where did he go? He went south of here. That's it. We've just got one heading that we've got to cruise out on. South. Just me, my underpants, and a gargantuan spear. That's going to be the name of my autobiography. Underpants and a big-ass spear. All right, down goes that guy. I'm going to pick some berries just in case. We do have an inventory over here. I don't know, so those recover 3 health. That gives 5 health. That'll give you 2 health. And then that's used in alchemy and seems like it's going to be a constituent part for like a mana potion. All right, cool, man. I like all the little icons and things that they have. Enter? I don't know if I should enter down there, but it does seem like a likely culprit for where Danny may have fell to. When I was a roofer, there was one time, I've told this story before, but god damn it, I'm going to tell it again. So anyway, a goblin cave. Beautiful. All right, well, let's stab those guys to death. Feels like the game's chugging a little tiny bit while we're down here, maybe from the light effects or something else. What the hell are those? Either way, they're getting stabbed. There we go. Get those things up out of my face. Nice little free level up right there. With the graphical, a jagged goblin dagger of mana stealing. Oh, so we got like the Diablo thing going on right now. We got a little bit of that old Diablo out here where we got ourselves randomized affixes on some of these items. Stab him to death and a goblin necklace and 3 gold. That's good because I'm probably going to need some shekels down the line to buy various sundries like, I don't know, basic clothing that allows me to be presentable amongst other humans and whatnot. Looks like there's another hole down over here. But anyways, one time when I was a roofer, we put the felt down because there was rain coming in over the top of like the particle board on the roof, but there was a big hole. And so like we had to cover it with felt so that we could tarp it so that the rain wouldn't get inside the interior structure and insulation of the house. But we didn't have time to actually patch up the giant hole because we didn't have like the materials on hand. And so anyways, we drew like big giant red X's, dude. We put red tape all around it. We put do not step in giant like 8-foot words on there. Next day we came back to the job site and somebody on the crew had fallen through it. Nobody would fess up and say who did it. But I'm just saying that human beings tend to have a real talent for falling down holes accidentally. I'm gonna keep murdering these guys down. Hey, we got money out of that one too. If I wanted to level myself up, how hard is that to do? So we've got attribute points. We can increase our HP, we can increase our stamina, we can increase our strength. Okay, let's go with a little bit of vitality for right now. I like the idea of having a little bit more health. One thing I would like to see, though, is with this menu right here, have all of the actual baseline attributes. So you got your attributes up here, but have the stats down here like HP, attack, all that stuff, so that when I adjust these right here, you can actually see the value that you're getting out of it. I suppose I could test it right there. It looks like we got about 6 HP, so it looks like we're getting about 3 for every point that we put in. That chest right there, mostly just going to be financial compensation for my troubles, but that's okay. It never hurts to have a little bit of jingle in the pocket. Old lance and an apprentice staff and 8 gold. Let me take that. That sounds good. And is there another hole for me to fall down here? Oh, there's a passageway down here. Let me look at my inventory real fast and see if anything here is better than what I've got. It looks like our spear actually scales with dexterity, so a little bit of a Souls-like influence on this game, where different weapons are going to get more powerful based on the stat that they're linked to, and also the grade over on that side of how well they scale with that particular stat. The dagger over here is going to be pretty serious on dexterity, and it looks like it gives us a dodge skill and a deep cut skill, but it costs us a little bit of HP when we use it. There's also a chance that we'll recover mana every time we smack somebody with it, and it's got a socket on it. Okay, so we're gonna have like gemstones and things to play around with here too. I don't suppose that is that Danny, dude? Yes, that appears to be Daniel. Daniel got himself disemboweled deep down here in the dungeon. He should have come down with a bigger spear, man. You got to know better than to get drunk and fall down holes. That never works out for anybody. Doesn't look like there's anything around here that's going to be immensely helpful. Oh, hey, what's up, man? I'm going to dodge back out of the way of that, because I get the distinct feeling that getting bit by some giant titanic snake down here beneath the earth probably not going to make my doctor super happy with me. Let's carry on down to the south. It's one of those things where it's like, well, why did you go into the giant hole full of death snakes, man? You could have just not gone down that hole, but instead, straight down you went. Do we get any type of cleaving off of this? Oh, we do. Nice. So I can actually use this to hold back enemies, keep them at a distance, too, which is going to be good. So far, none of the enemies appear to be, like, particularly aggressive. Oh, who is this guy? Okay. Dodge back. Okay, so he's just got, like, a little sword slash right there. Let's just keep him at a distance. See, this is why I like spears right here. You can reach out and touch him with the old gravity pokes. Yeah. What do we got in here? A short sword, a short bow, and a dagger. They're giving us, like, the full arrangement. Ooh, roasted meat. Hell yeah, I could get down on that. You know what I forgot about, dude? Last night, I found in my cupboard, I found this old can of deviled ham. I saw it sitting there, dude, and it was such a nostalgia trip for me. Oh, we can just, like, exit the dungeon if we want. Ooh, big giant golden chest. Anyways, I made a deviled ham sandwich. If you don't know what deviled ham is, it's kind of like out of style. It was really popular in, like, the 30s, 40s, and 50s. The reason I know what it is because my grandma used to make deviled ham sandwiches for me all the time, and she was born in, like, you know, the 1930s. And so anyways, I found this old can of, like, I forget the name of it. It's like Grimwood or something else like that. It's got the devil on it, dude. It's got like the most metal looking picture of the devil on it. I made a deviled ham sandwich last night, and the second that flavor, dude, hit my throat, took me right on back to being a little kid with like a big old glass of chocolate milk. I looked it up too. I was like, so like, what is deviled ham exactly? Apparently it's just crushed up ham with a whole bunch of herbs in it. What's in here? We got an apprentice staff, a dark nailed club. Well, at least that club had a good weekend. What can I do with it? So it scales with strength. It's a two-handed cudgel. A quick back step. It does +1 dark damage, and it counters attacks. That's kind of interesting. See if we can throw that on maybe. Oh, I think I need to have 3 strength to use it. Yeah, it looks like it's actually got like a stat criteria before I'm allowed to play around with it. Okay, so we're going to have to decide what we want to invest in here because that's not going in the dexterity direction like my lance is. Let me go to my character sheet, and what does dexterity do? Increases, yeah, we'll go for a dexterity build. Why not? Let's go ahead and put some points into dexterity just to luck out with a little bit of that scaling, and then we'll get out of here because we got the smith's hammer. I got to find the exit. It looks like actually we just come back the way that we came. So despite the fact that people fell down here, it looks like it's not actually that difficult to clamber out. Can I fall down that hole? What's in this hole? Hey! Over here! Thank God somebody finally came. I thought I was going to die down here. Oh, good. I thought he was going to be an enemy, dude. I thought he was going to come straight at me. How'd you end up here? You see, there's several magical fountains in this cave, so I thought I'd hop right in and be out of here in just a second. As I was about to write down my findings, a goblin stole my staff, and as if the situation wasn't bad enough, the floor underneath me fell apart and left me stranded here. Do you need help? Does it look like I need help? Okay, so what do you need? Well, I'm not leaving without my staff. It's too dangerous to be left to the hands of some filthy goblin. Besides, it'll make getting out of here a breeze. Anyways, to the north, there's going to be a little entrance. That bastard left through that hole the moment that he took my staff. Be prepared for him, though. I think he was able to use it, like, somewhat. Quite uncommon amongst goblins, if I do say so myself. All right, I'll help you. By the gods, bless you, young one. All right, please hurry now. I really need to get out of here. Yeah, and it's going to be like a real shit sandwich if a Balrog shows up because you don't have your staff. You can't do the old, like, you shall not burn. Like, you can't do that whole thing, you know. The Goblin Mage. Beautiful. He's going to shoot something at me, isn't he? All right. Well, let's see. Oh, God, fireballs. Oh, and he's got like a little ring of flame. Okay. I'll just see if I can reach out and touch him from like right there, but I'm going to try real hard not to get smackinated here. I'm trying to find like the closest I can get. Oh, he can teleport too. He got a case of the blinkies out here. Okay, stick him a couple more times. Oh, I'm on fire. Okay, it's so painful. If I wanted to eat something, is that something? Oh, I got a health potion? Yeah, drink that right now. I can probably put those on hotkeys or something later on down the line, but right now is not the answer to that. Watch out for the Ring of Flame. That's the one that I feel like is going to get me most frequently. Okay, stick him. We're not really doing a lot of damage here. I wish we were doing more. Actually kind of having trouble judging the distance of my spear, too, while we're down here throwing down with this idiot. He's back in the center. Okay, he's going to do a big slam right there, but it shares a graphic when he just comes over and clubs me with his staff, too. So I never know whether to run or not. There we go. Oh, that still counted. Oh, that one also counted. See, my problem here is that I'm getting greedy in the closing parts of the fight, and I also don't know what happens when I die. Let me get up here and eat some berries. There we go. Get me nice and regenerated. Doesn't look like the game really like skimps on giving you healing utilities, so I'm kind of like cool with it. Oh, right into that one, dude. I'm used to having like a dash or something, and so I don't really... Oh, we got him? What's he about to do? Oh, that was pretty cool. All right, I was busy running away because I didn't want to die horrifically. I didn't know if he was going to, like, detonate the entire cave down on me. I have a cluster B personality, and what that means is I'll burn my house down to make yours uncomfortably warm if we have beef. And so I tend to assume that everybody else functions under those same rules. Hello? Did you find my staff? Yeah, I got it. You bloody legend. Hand it over. This is the one, God's bless you. I'll need only a second to recover. I could teleport you out of the cave before I leave. What do you say? Yeah, sounds good to me. Just hold still for a second. It shouldn't hurt, I think. All right, well, we out of the cave. I'm gonna need this apple over here, though, dude. I am, like, falling apart at the moment. So the more healing herbs and goodies that I can find around, the better. Eat an apple, eat 2 apples. You know what? You've earned it. Eat 2 apples, but nary a 3. You have that 3rd apple, you're going to be sitting on the toilet for the rest of the day. Hallgrim! I found Danny. He's dead. Wait, what? Are you kidding me? What the hell happened? He was dead when I found him. There was nothing I could do. Danny, that old bastard. Where'd you find him? In a cave south of here. Shit, thanks for telling me. I'll look for him later, and I'll give him a proper burial. And by the way... Was there a hammer nearby? Danny took it yesterday. Yeah, there was. Thanks, I really owe you one. It'd be better for me to get my ass back to the camp. Baldur's sure to be pissed already. Be sure to meet me in the camp later. I'll have something for you. Okay, but where is the camp? I don't know where... I don't know where that's at. People keep being like, let's go to the camp. And then I don't know where the camp is because I kind of zoned out when the first lady was talking to me because I don't do a good job at paying attention to my quest prompts. I like the way that we march with our spear, like very theatrically. I don't know, I like the way he swings his shoulders. It's got a sort of like dance number style quality to it that makes me happy. Gives my character a little bit more personality. We'll try south, maybe? Hey, we found the camp! She probably said it's dead south of here, huh? That's probably like the first thing that she said, and then I was just kind of like zoned out trying to get this video taken care of and just didn't notice it. All right. Maximum effort. I need to dial in. I need to pay attention. It's Friday right now when I'm recording this at like 4:45, so I'm so close to the weekend right now. Hopefully your weekend is going rad. Well, I figure we start by talking to the people that all owe us a solid. Wizard guy. Ah, back at last. I thought I'd never see this place again. I gotta thank you for getting me out of the hole and for getting my staff back. Here, take this. A few coins is the least I can do for you. $100? Hell yeah, dude. I gotta rescue people, and I've gotta be empathetic more often. It appears to actually pay back in dividends. Now, is there anything you wanted to ask? Training in the arts of magic? Ooh, okay, so we can get like fire mastery. They're definitely doing kind of like the Gothic thing here where you've got trainers that are all over the map. And once you've got enough cash, you can actually get some good stuff. Does this guy have health potions? Because I would love to have health potions. I don't really need the mana off these necklaces. Oh, that one gives +2 strength though. That might be kind of nice. It get me into a one-handed sword. Maybe it feel a little bit more fluid than the spear. I don't know if I get combos and stuff later on with the spear. Roasted meats give 20 HP. Damn! A mage tome, an ice apprentice rune, cast 3 ice arrows at once, cast a ring of fire around you. Okay, so we can like learn different spells. I don't know if these like slot into weapons or something else like that, but it looks like there's definitely systems here to make the game a little bit more customizable. Is that just like vendor junk? I'm gonna sell it all. I don't think I need a torch, so I'm going to get rid of that, but I'm not going to sell my underpants. They have sentimental value. There's a dagger over there. Okay, all right. Let me slap on that necklace real quick. There we go. Let me get the necklace. Does the necklace show up on my little guy? It does not. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. I'm cool with it. Now we'll go talk to the blacksmith and see if he can set us up with anything good. Blacksmith, what's going on, dude? Hey, buddy. Thanks for coming by. Still can't believe Danny's dead, though. Yeah, you keep bringing that up, man. It's not my fault, I swear to God. You said you owe me one for the hammer? Right, didn't forget about that. You see, considering I'm the best and only smith in the camp, I could give you some of my weapons. A weapon sounds... I mean, pants would be better, dude. I got my dingle in the breeze right now while people are waving sharp-edged weapons at me. It goes with physics while I'm moving around, and that means it's kind of unpredictable where it's gonna be at when the enemy swings at me, and I just don't want to lose one of my appendages here. The most important appendage. There are many appendages I would lose, but not that one. Not interested in a weapon? Well, you're lost. Then here, 50 gold. Aw, dude! Hey, bud, you got anything to sell? You got, like, any arm? Pants! Oh, my God. Glorious. Beautiful. I will take a pair of pants, and I will also take a chain of mail. That sounds nice. Do you have any spears that are, like, better for me than what? He does have a better spear right here. Okay, we've got an evasive strike on that one, too. I gotta look up the keybinds. Blueprint of a weapon. So there's gonna be crafting inside of this game, too. I noticed that there was a prompt when we were talking to the blacksmith where we could learn to smith. I will take a spear. It's $100 for the spear. Well, here, I'm gonna sell you all my other junk. And hopefully I have enough for the spear by the time we get done. There we go. That gives me something to aim for. In the meantime, let's throw on some chainmail and maybe like some pantalones. Oh, the pants. So you don't have like 2 separate armor slots for... Oh, pants and shirt are the same thing. Okay, well that's fine. At least I'm not nude anymore. I can live with that. This guy's got a name down here, Balder. I'm trying to like identify everybody in the camp that has a name, and everybody's like a generic NPC that is no help to me. All right, let's go talk to the Baldernator. Hey, what are you doing back in camp? You don't look like one of my men. I'm looking for a coin. Don't think you should be begging around here, Frank. Keep your distance from the camp. We don't have anything to give you. Anything else? A specific coin. Do I look like a coin collector? Thamir, our wizard, might be able to help you. He should be here in the camp again. I I want to join your camp. If you really want to join us, you have to prove that we can trust you. What can I do? Straight to the point? I like it. For some time now, the king has been increasingly searching for bandits and has them executed. Overall, I don't think this is bad. Lots of the bandits around the capital are attacking citizens and merchants, which is why they hardly leave the city on their own anymore. But we got nothing in common with that scum. Not even Gorin would threaten defenseless civilians. The king, however, doesn't seem to care, which is why we're on the hit list too. I want you to find out what plans the king, or rather the royal guard, has. What should I do? Be best if you spoke to his advisor in the capital about it. The king himself is unlikely to speak to somebody like you. I don't want to be rude, but without an audience or a good reason, Waynard will reject you immediately. The royal guard might also know something. Ask the guards about their duties. In the best case, someone's directly involved in the search for the bandits. And one more detail, never mention my name to the guards of the king. They think I'm dead, and I'd like to keep it that way. Okay, I'll find out about it. And then Thamir knows where the coin is at. So, do you know anything about a champion coin? I'm assuming those are the magical coins that were mentioned in the Broken Wall text behind the waterfall in the mine. The pale coins. The magical coin said to possess great power. Said powers bestowed upon whoever wields the coin. Overall, they seem like something from an ancient past. Something that wanted to be buried and forgotten, but for what reason, I couldn't really tell you. All I do know is they don't seem to exist anymore. Can you help me find out more? I could help you, but that would require someone to go through the mine, and it's closed at the moment. I need to investigate the text in the ruins once again. You did prove yourself before and help me out of my misery, so I am willing to help you. Take this key, open up the mine. Let's meet at the ruins later. I've got to discuss something with Baldur first. All right. Okay, well, it sounds like we gotta found some outlaws. I remember there was one piece of information that I remember that this lady told me, and that piece of information was, oh, nice, dude, I've actually got stats right now. Let's go like that right there so that we can get into our new spear, maybe? Will that get me to the new spear? It will. All right, new spear, and I love that the graphic changes right there, dude, and it looks like a naginata. That's like one of my favorite weapons in the entire world. You know, like that big, long samurai spear? Hell yeah. All right, let's go north, and we'll see if we can find this bandit camp and maybe shiv some bitches up, diversify ourselves financially, maybe partake of their goodies. Got my hotkeys all nice and set up, so if I can find a few more things around here, just to heal myself if things get a little rowdy, that would be... What are you guys doing back here? I see you. Dude, this spear is way better than my last one. Hell yeah, I do think that the enemies could move a little bit faster and have a little bit more aggression, but then again, maybe they're like breaking me into the game softly right now. It seems like most of these dudes go down easy. What's in the chest? A short bow? Okay. I'm gonna grab all this money off the ground too. Also, give me that meat right there. I was just talking about how much I would like to have a few more healing accessories. Is there anything up and in this corner over on this side, or is that just kind of... I don't think we can sneak through that diagonal right there. Let's carry on to the east. Ooh, another apple. Hell yeah. A graveyard of some kind. Okay. Is there anything in the graveyard? What is this? Like a goblin hovel? Alright, spear him. Hell yeah, dude. 11 damage is so much damage. I'm about it. It does look like we have alternate abilities we can swap in between too. If you hold down like the middle mouse click, you can open up a radio menu that has all the abilities that are like kind of linked to the weapon that you're currently wielding. Who has the key to the giant ridiculous chest? That's what I want. That thing's crazy oversized. It's got like probably got some dope loot inside of it. It has to, right? Well, I didn't see a key down there, so I figured I'd just come back up to the surface. There's probably some goblin boss or something, and that's his stash that he has around. Where else are we trying to go right now? We can go south and then to the right. All right, let's just kind of like scout and see what we can find in this area before we mosey along. Looks like we can go up this way. It took us to like a little fishing dock. Okay, what's this guy got going on? What's up with you, man? Hey there, stranger. How'd you end up on this side of the river? Honestly, doesn't really matter. So what's up? Who are you? You can call me Jens. You need something from me? What happened to the bridge? The bridge? I got destroyed. That should be obvious. Do you have more information about the bridge? I guess. What do you want to know? How was it destroyed? I don't know. I was watching the bridge the other day and Baldur ordered me to do so. He always feared an attack of the royal guard. However, I fell asleep in the middle of the night. All of a sudden, I heard a loud noise and half the bridge was missing. Shortly after, Baldur was about to check on me, but needless to say, he was pissed. Ever since then, I've been repairing the bridge, but Baldur ain't paying enough, so I'm taking my time. Okay, Royal Guard? Yeah, King's personal elite. They usually only operate in the city and nearby, but some of them were ordered to get rid of the bandits. Surprisingly, the King considers us as such, therefore we have to be cautious. Anything else? That's it. You're welcome. So I'm guessing this is just going to be time-gated. I see that happen in video games all the time where, like, once we get to a certain spot in the overall progression of the game, they're going to open that up over there. Let's carry on to the left. I took a look at that mine that was in the camp. Like, there is a mine that's back inside the actual rebel camp, but there's not much... Shrike, huh? There's not much to do with it, and it said that the key goes to a bandit mine, so, You looking for something to hunt? If so, I'd have to disappoint you. Except for a few birds, ain't nothing out here. What are you doing? Was on a long hunt with no kill. I'm working on my bows at the moment. Who are you? I'm Shrike, the only hunter out here. Out of work hunter, to be honest. Okay, looks like he'll teach us about bows, too, just in case we want to learn how to do that. Let's just carry on to the left. Gotta be bandits or something around here. Either way, I need to figure out where the capital is, too. Nailed club and some gold. Better than nothing. Go south over there, but... Oh, hey, what's up, dude? Hey. Where are you heading, huh? Don't you know that there's some bad folk up on the mountain? Just consider this a friendly warning. Ain't no one up there as nice as I am here. Who's on top of the mountain? Bandits. And my boss, Gorin. Who's Gorin? You kidding me? Gorin's the bandit chief. I'm talking the bandit chief. He used to be Baldur's right-hand man, but they got into a fight and Gorin kicked his ass. After Baldur and a few of the other former bandits left the mountain, Gorin took over. Okay. Well, I'm going to keep going up this way. All right? I'm just going to ignore all of your carefully given advice, and I'm going to go murder everything that stands in front of me on the mountain. What's in this little cave over here? Anything good? A dark shrink? Can we break that? Oh, dude, we get to do mining? Who are you? How the hell did you find me? I ain't coming back. Hold on, you ain't a bandit, right? No, who are you? Me? I'm Albert. I was once a digger, but now I'm just an old man. What are you doing here? Those bastards got me working in the mine, but I didn't care to do that my whole life. You know, as soon as they looked away, I took my chance and ran. Eventually found this cave. Pretty cozy, don't you think? Okay. Aren't you worried the bandits will find you? One of those bandits? Nah, I don't think so. I can hear those blundering fools from miles away. Even if one of them finds me, I still have some ore laying around to bribe them. Okay, you got ore to sell? Sure. Had a good yield lately. Interesting. Okay, I want to make my own stuff. I like crafting. I'm a big fan of any type of crafting system. Ooh, pickaxe over here. Hold on, let me get that. Yeah, do I have to learn to mine? It doesn't look like I have to learn to mine. Okay, so I can just grab the iron out of here. If I remember correctly, back in the old Gothic days, you actually had to learn how to mine. And can I put these on hotkeys or whatever? Yeah, put those on hotkeys, dude. There we go. Now I can just hot swap in between my gear. Enemies respawn pretty quick. There's really kind of a lack of aggression from the enemies, though. It doesn't really feel like they're interested in coming after you for right now. I'd say dial up the tension and the speed a little bit from my perspective. Carry my way up the mountain. If I can get another level up and keep this weapon scaling, that'd be beautiful. Got him. How good is, like, my tri-prong... Oh, there's a cave over here. Hold on. What's in here? More iron? Nice, dude. Let me get this iron over here. A little bit of iron ore. That's locked, and I don't have a key to it. I don't know if there's going to be, like, skeleton keys or something I can find later on down the line. I like that little bag drop animation they got right there, though. Looks nice. Got a couple little frames to it. Feeling nice and smooth. All right. Oh, God. There we go. Give me the multi-strike. Yeah, multi-strike gonna light them up. Does it cost... Oh, it costs me mana to do that, too. Okay. Oh, are there going to be, like, opposing factions? I felt like the bandits were going to be hostile to me, like, the moment that I showed up. Bunch of fancy-looking guys around here. Never seen you around here, new, right? Who are you? Korg, smith of the camp. Guess it's more accurate to say that I was the smith of the camp. Hallgrim took the last hammers with him as Baldur was thrown out of here. Can't do any work now. You got anything to sell? Few things I could spare for the right price. Okay, so we got some blueprints, lumberjack's axe. I'm gonna, like, sell off some of the little things that I have rattling around my inventory right now just to clear out some space because I don't know how much I'm gonna need later on down the line. I may hold on to the dagger. I don't know, dude. I do like running daggers in RPGs, like double daggers please me. But, like, maybe for right now, I'll just hold on to it till a little bit later. Who's this fancy man? Get lost, bandit scum. Wait, you ain't a bandit, right? Who are you? Leonard, merchant of the Icefall Village. Joined the caravan which settled to the east of here right after the bridge. So what are you doing? Thought it was a good idea to scout the environment and sell my wares. Turns out the bastards up here rather steal my stuff instead of buying it. When I wanted to return to the caravan, the bridge broke down. Now I'm stranded here without my wares and no way back to my people. I could help. That would certainly be kind of you. Listen, I need my wares back, or at least the gold for all the goods they stole. I placed their worth around 1,500. Also, the bridge to the east has to be repaired. One guy from another camp was supposed to get it done, but instead of repairing the bridge, he thought it was more important to go fishing. Please, just hurry up and get this done so I can finally return to the caravan. Alright, so he wants his goods, and then he wants the bridge fixed. Okay. Clemens, what do you got going on, dude? Clemens, the best cook around. Spare some food? Oh, cool. He gave me a stew. Hell yeah. You know where Leonard's goods might be at? Nah. Go ask somebody else. Maybe Jesse could help you. Okay. Who's Jesse? Not so fast, lad. You seem like a smart fella to me, am I right? Who wants to know? You can call me Jesse. What do you want? Straight to the point. Yeah, there's people with good luck and there's people with bad luck. In the past, I was one of the people with bad luck. So I decided to work around my bad luck. No need to rely on things falling into your life if you can just make them fall into your life. So you're a thief. Thief's a bit of a strong word. You're absolutely right, though, and here's where you come into play. I could show you a few thieving skills. I'm good at picking locks. For a small price, obviously. Sound promising? You get something, I get something. Alright, what do you want for those skills? 100 gold. All right, there you go. No way that you'll regret this. Let me know when you're ready to train some more. He wants another 50 gold? All right. All right, I'm feeling much better now. And now to your initial question. I could show you some of my thieving skills. Teach me! Teach me how to pick locks. The trick is to have the right equipment and the right skill. Move forward and backward with the lockpick till you hear a click sound. After you got that, with enough dexterity, you can safely open the chest. Okay, so we get like a limited amount of points to build out our character with all these extra skills that are kind of sprinkled throughout the world. I dig it. I think the combat could be a little bit faster and a little bit more punchy, but maybe it's just because we're like in the early game that that's not the case right now. Still, this is definitely a game that I'd want to explore a little bit further because you can definitely feel out those various Gothic influences in there as they exist for the moment. But my name is Splattercat. We're kind of out of time for the day. We sift through the pile here at the Nerd Castle to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so that you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, we were messing around with a title called Pale Coins, which I am intrigued by. I definitely like anything Gothic influenced, and so like it's an easy sell to somebody like me. I'll catch y'all tomorrow with something hot and fresh off the indie skillet, but for right now, that's about all I got for you folks. Take care, and I'll see y'all next time.